Now I would like to invite to the stage Mr. Sam Grundwerg, World Chairman of Keren Hayesod, to receive as an award and to say a few words.
So it's Sam Grundwerg. It's one of those names. I don't know if anyone else knows how to say it. Let's give you the award first.
Let's do it.
Okay. Wait. So there's another influential Jew right behind me. There he goes. Alone, yeah.
Thank you. Toda Rabba. I was going to say good morning, but it's good afternoon already. Thank you. Thank you very much for that introduction. Thank you for the award. Ministers, Minister Shikli, diplomats, ladies and gentlemen, many of you here that I know personally. I want to begin by recognizing and thanking our hosts here, the Friends of Zion Museum. We heard from Dr. Mike Evans earlier by video. Such an important institution and such a powerful symbol of the critical relationship between Jews and Christians, Israelis and Christians. As a matter of fact, if you go through the exhibit, you'll see that one of the featured Christian Zionists is John Henry Patterson. And we're very proud at Keren Hayesod that John Henry Patterson, about 100 years ago, was actually, Tzvika, I don't know if you know this, was actually a fundraiser, a shaliach for Keren Hayesod. And Tzvika wrote about that. I want to thank the Jerusalem Post, Inbar, its editor-in-chief, Tzvika Klein, for inviting me to come and speak at this very important conference. First of all, thank you again for the award. I'm very humbled to be included in this prestigious list and to receive this recognition. I don't see this as a reflection of my personal actions, but rather of the impactful efforts of each and every one of Keren Hayesod's donors, professionals, and supporters all around the world that come together day after day in solidarity and a shared sense of mission to support the people of Israel. So thank you for that. Friends, as World Chairman of Keren Hayesod, which is a founding national institution of Israel and an official fundraising arm of the Jewish people for over a century now, I have the privilege of engaging Jewish communities and friends of Israel all across the globe. And as part of that work, I encounter a diverse range of Jewish identities and religious denominations that make up the vibrant fabric of our people and our devoted supporters. But over the past 2 years, I've witnessed, and we've all witnessed, the emergence of a new identity, something that has been called by some as the October 8th Jew phenomenon. This refers mostly to diaspora Jews from all walks of life who, for whatever reason, were less connected with their Jewish identity, less connected to Israel in the past, and in the aftermath of the unimaginable atrocities of October 7th, now see the world differently and have established or rediscovered a profound sense of connection. People who may have once felt distant from the fate of the Jewish people and the destiny of the Jewish state are now awakening or reawakening to their roots, their identity, and their purpose. I would add to this that it's my hope that a similar phenomenon is also taking place with some in Christian circles as well. This realization is not just about Israel. It's also about recognizing the threats facing the Jews and also our non-Jewish supporters of Israel all around the world. The attack on October 7th began at the borders of Israel, but it quickly escalated into something much larger, a global assault on the Jewish people and the demonization of those who stand with us. And in the face of such darkness, we've seen an equally powerful response. Since that devastating day, Keren Hayesod, together with many dedicated partners and other organizations, has mobilized to address Israel's immediate, mid, and long-term needs. And the results have been nothing short of uplifting. By the end of this year, Keren Hayesod will have raised more than 2 billion shekels for Israel since 2023. Thank you. Representing an increase of over 20% compared to our annual fundraising average in prior years. An unprecedented surge that reflects the deep concern, love, and unwavering commitment of our supporters worldwide. But I must add that this is only the beginning. The rehabilitation of Israel and the Jewish people, its communities, its people, its future will be a long and challenging journey, and the needs remain immense. As a former Ole, new immigrant, lone soldier, and Israeli diplomat, and now having the privilege to lead an organization working with 60 communities in 45 countries, I want to emphasize that this moment and what this moment truly demands of us right now. If the phenomenon of the so-called October 8th Jew becomes just a temporary wave or a passing trend, a short-lived moment of engagement, unity, and solidarity, then we will have missed a historic opportunity. Out of tremendous pain, we have the chance to regroup, rebuild, and reconnect. To permanently strengthen not only Israel, but the bond between Israel and the Jewish people and our supporters worldwide. This is not just a cliche or an empty slogan. It's an essential aspect of our national security as a country and as a people. We're talking about something that goes far beyond philanthropy or public support. This is a mutual commitment, a reciprocal relationship. It's not just about one party giving and the other party receiving. It's about building a shared Jewish identity rooted in strong Judeo-Christian values and a thriving Jewish state. That is why I'm confident that the people in this room and our countless supporters around the world will continue to inspire, step up, and rise to the occasion. Because together we're not just funding recovery. We are fulfilling our sacred responsibility of securing Israel's future and the future of the Jewish people and our supporters everywhere. I will conclude by taking this opportunity to specifically address the members of the Foreign Diplomatic Corps here this afternoon, this morning. We just heard from a few of our friends, and also the countries that you represent. I extend the hope and prayer that this October 8th phenomenon of a watershed moment, the understanding that one can no longer sit on the fence or be complacent about Israel, not only applies to Jewish communities and Christian circles within the context of philanthropy and public and faith-based diplomacy, but I also hope and I pray that you too in the Foreign Diplomatic Corps and your countries will have this awakening as well and will act accordingly. Moral clarity is what is demanded of all of us following October 7th, to recognize and distinguish between good from evil and to reject moral equivalency and the lies being spread about Israel. And I say this at a time when the coming days in New York at the United Nations General Assembly are expected to be a particularly challenging period for Israel. So whether it is recognition in general, or at the UN, or all other attempts to boycott Israel in international fora, do not reward the perpetrators and supporters of the October 7th massacre. And we heard from the French ambassador just now, and I respectfully disagree. While it's true that Hamas is not a supporter of a two-state solution, giving unilateral recognition will absolutely give them a reward and will turn October 7th into their American version of a July 4th. As we are at the doorstep of the eve of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, this is especially timely and appropriate and is a time for introspection and self-reckoning where we consider good and evil, truth and lies, right and wrong. And so I wish everyone a Shana Tova, a good Jewish year, a good New Year, and may we continue to pray for the immediate release of all of our hostages and for the welfare of all of our brave soldiers. Thank you. Toda Rabba, and have a great conference.